Welcome to Friday, August 16th, 2024. Your day with the podcast brought to you by ConverseCountyTourism.com. Beautiful landscapes, historic sites, and unique downtowns await visitors to Douglas and Glen Rock, Wyoming. Plan your visit at ConverseCountyTourism.com. As we head into the weekend, we're going to have what I would call is pretty much textbook mid to late August weather. The weather is going to be, for the second half of the month, pretty warm. We still have some summertime heat, but the warmth will be interrupted by these pockets that we've seen of afternoon and evening thunderstorms. In fact, even early this morning, showers and thunderstorms were continuing in some areas. Although the air did dry out considerably, we had quite a bit of activity late yesterday and last night still. We're going to see that trend downward again today. So what will happen is pockets of drier air will lead to some days with less thunderstorms. Other days where the pockets of moisture will be deeper, you're going to have thunderstorms. So it's going to be this pattern for the next week or two where it's going to be warm. The only thing that's going to change day to day is whether or not you're going to get an afternoon thunderstorm. And as we'll see here in a minute, there's always winners and losers in the rain game. Where the rain falls with these thunderstorms is really all up to luck and chance a lot of times. But we'll see that the rain has really helped out in some areas. I know who's happy here. A couple of fawns happy for that green grass and some recent rains there in the Colorado Springs area. And we did see more showers and thunderstorms late yesterday and last night, as evidenced by these two areas here, actually three areas, where some late evening and overnight thunderstorms formed right along the dry, moist boundary. And you can see another area of thunderstorms in northwest Mexico. If we talk about that boundary, well, you can really see it on the water vapor. So right on the edge of the drier air and where the moisture is still deep is where the showers and storms were late yesterday and last night. This drier air is working its way further to the north and east, and that's going to push the thunderstorm activity more to the north and east. So by noon today, we can see the boundary is like this. So the dry air is surging northeastward, but there's plenty of moisture east of the divide still, and that's going to lead to more afternoon and evening storms. Now, I want to show you what we've seen over the last 7 days. This only includes rain through Tuesday. So it doesn't include any rain that fell Wednesday. It does not include any rain that fell yesterday. But you can see where the monsoonal moisture flow has really been most prevalent, and it's been around the rim of the high. It all depends on where that high pressure placement is and whether or not you're underneath the deeper moisture or you're just outside the edge of it. So this is where you have big winners of deeper moisture like here, and losers where you're just not in the best situation. We're hoping for more moisture here, and there's some chances coming on up. But if you look at Utah, look at Colorado, southeastern Wyoming, the southern parts of Nebraska, eastern Colorado, northern New Mexico, and even into Arizona, it was very productive. That's the anomaly for the last 7 days. And that probably shows where the heavier rainfall has been a bit more prevalent. The latest drought monitor actually shows that there was some improvement. We still have this north-south strip right here of very dry conditions. However, notice right here and along the front range, well, there's actually been improvement. Over the last 2 weeks, the green shows where the drought status actually changed. So that's good. We need to see more of it if we possibly can. Look at Laramie. Laramie is approaching 3 inches of rain for the month of August. That is pretty good. Actually, for the year, Laramie is now above normal thanks to this wet August. That's just one example. But I can show you other examples where the last week or so wasn't as good for rain. But that's how rain falls on the high plains and in the Rocky Mountain West in pockets, heavy in some areas, little or none in others. High pressure builds over the weekend. You can see Saturday a broad area of high pressure. This is what's going to lead us to the warmer temperatures. Then pockets of moisture circulate around the high pressure ridge clockwise, alternating periods of dry with alternating periods of more moist air coming our way. And you can see that. This is where the thunderstorms are going to be, right along and east of that edge of dry air and the more moist air just to the east. So the thunderstorm activity today down a bit again, more eastbound, then moisture starting to surge into Arizona again, dry in between. So there's going to be right along that boundary today, some heavy thunderstorms right where that edge of moisture meets the dry air. Tomorrow, we have a horseshoe of dryness around a plume coming up out of Mexico. So Arizona, even the deserts of Southern California, Utah, and Nevada, Saturday, your thunderstorms pick up. Look at that as that moisture surges. There's the dry air in between. Showers and thunderstorms Saturday afternoon will be on the eastern plains of Wyoming, into the western Dakotas and western Nebraska and some areas of eastern Colorado. So it really just depends on where you're at in terms of how your weekend is going to get started. Then as we get into the afternoon hours of Saturday, this is where the thunderstorm activity across the nation will be the most active. Then by Sunday, that plume kind of expands and grows. Those are very impressive precipitable waters. So you're going to get an uptick in thunderstorm activity Sunday. So Sunday, the thunderstorms become more widespread, back into both sides of the divide in Colorado and Wyoming, Utah, eastern Nevada, Arizona in the mix, Montana again, and then this plume will slowly rotate through Sunday and into the day on Monday. So Sunday, this area right here in the darker green could be an area to watch out for some strong to possibly severe weather. And embedded in all this will be this moisture into Monday. There it is. So it's going to be active, especially Sunday and Monday. Temperature-wise, warming up. The real heat will be down here relative to average. But it's going to warm up across the Intermountain West and the Western High Plains. But still, a large part of the nation at or below average temperatures, a bit of a cool down, good for them, in the Pacific Northwest and Northern California. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.